History is full of strange and fascinating events that many people have never heard of. While we often learn about major wars, revolutions, and discoveries, some unusual moments in history remain hidden in the shadows. Here are some of the most intriguing and bizarre historical events you might not know about. One of the strangest military campaigns in history was fought not against humans but against birds. In 1932, Australia faced a major problem. Emus, large flightless birds, were destroying crops in Western Australia. The government sent soldiers armed with machine guns to deal with the birds. However, the emus proved to be incredibly resilient and difficult to eliminate. Despite firing thousands of rounds, the soldiers failed to significantly reduce the emu population. Eventually, the government admitted defeat, making this one of the only wars where humans lost to birds. In the summer of 1518, the town of Strasbourg witnessed a bizarre and deadly phenomenon. Dozens of people began dancing uncontrollably in the streets. It all started when a woman named Frau Trophy began dancing for hours without stopping. Soon, others joined in, and within weeks, hundreds of people were caught up in the mysterious dancing plague. Many collapsed from exhaustion, and some even died from heart attacks or strokes. Historians believe the cause may have been mass hysteria or ergot poisoning, a hallucinogenic mold found in bread, but the true reason remains unknown. In January 1919, a massive tank containing over 2 million gallons, 8 million liters, of molasses exploded in Boston, creating a deadly wave of sticky syrup that traveled at 35 miles per hour, 56 kilometers per hour. The wave was 25 feet (7.6 meters) high and crushed buildings, overturned vehicles, and tragically killed 21 people. The cleanup took months, and the smell of molasses lingered in the city for years. A war breaking out because of a dog may sound ridiculous, but it actually happened. In 1925, tensions between Greece and Bulgaria were already high when a Greek soldier's dog ran across the border into Bulgaria. The soldier chased after it, leading to an exchange of gunfire. This escalated into a brief but deadly conflict, with Greece invading Bulgarian territory. The League of Nations, the predecessor of the United Nations, stepped in to prevent further fighting, ordering Greece to withdraw and pay compensation. Napoleon Bonaparte, one of the greatest military leaders in history, was once defeated, not by an army, but by rabbits. To celebrate a successful campaign, Napoleon's men arranged a rabbit hunt for him. However, instead of wild rabbits, they accidentally gathered domesticated ones. When the cages were opened, the rabbits didn't flee in fear. Instead, they ran straight toward Napoleon, mistaking him for their caretaker who usually fed them. Thousands of hungry rabbits overwhelmed the emperor and his men, forcing them to retreat in what became one of the most unusual defeats in history. Beer lovers might dream of a city flooded with beer, but in 1814, this actually happened, with deadly consequences. A giant vat at the Mew Brewery in London burst, releasing over 320,000 gallons, 1.4 million liters, of beer into the streets. The wave destroyed buildings and killed 8 people. Some accounts suggest that people tried to drink as much beer as they could before it was washed away. In 1970, a dead whale washed up on the coast of Oregon. Authorities decided that the best way to dispose of it was to blow it up with dynamite. They expected the explosion to scatter the whale into small, manageable pieces that scavengers could eat. However, things didn't go as planned. Instead of disintegrating, large chunks of whale blubber rained down on buildings and bystanders, even crushing a car. The bizarre incident has since become a famous example of poor decision-making. Every year in Yoro, Honduras, something incredible happens: it rains fish. Known as lluvia de peces, rain of fish, this phenomenon has been occurring for centuries. Scientists believe the fish are sucked up by waterspouts or tornadoes and then dropped over land, but locals see it as a miracle. The event usually happens between May and July and has become a celebrated festival in the region. History is filled with moments that are stranger than fiction. These stories remind us that the past is not just about politics and battles but also about bizarre, unexpected, and sometimes hilarious events. Whether it's a war against birds, a deadly dance, or a flood of beer, history has no shortage of surprises. Would you like to hear more strange historical events?